a Heffner.
Heffner twin turbo with methanol injection.
And what year is the Gallardo?
This is 2011.
Awesome, man. So what, you had a Gallardo before this, right?
I did, yeah. I had a stock 2009. 2009 Gallardo. No modifications engine-wise, but we did put a Performante wing, and then also the side skirts, and then the black, I think they're called Castillo rims.
And why'd you get rid of that car?
I had it for about 2 years or so. I got that on a Saturday. My son was born on a Wednesday, and that showed up on a Saturday, so...
Ooh.
Yeah.
How long did you own it for?
2 years. I had that for 2 years. Yeah. Beautiful car.
And you got away with having a baby and a Gallardo for 2 years.
I literally signed the paperwork for the car about 2 hours before my son was born. Not exaggerating, the notary came to the hospital in Orlando, and my buddy Rob is my notary, and he did all the paperwork, and a couple hours later I went in and my son was born.
That's incredible, man. That must have been
3 days later. 3 days later, my car showed up from Chicago.
That must have been a great week for you.
It was an amazing week, one of the best weeks ever.
That's great, man. You got rid of that. I mean, how long was it till you bought this one?
It was about 2 years. So 2 years without an exotic, and it was just time. I had dabbled between potentially getting something with 4 seats that would accompany 2 kids. The idea was a GTR, maybe a Panamera, maybe a Ferrari, but at the end of the day, just nothing does it like this.
Right.
So,
I mean, this is it's one hell of a car.
It is.
This thing sounds incredible. Have you gotten a ticket in this thing?
No.
All right.
No tickets yet. I got no wood to knock on, so.
It is so loud when you get on it. Oh my God. That's incredible, man.
Give him a little thumbs up.
That's, oh, man. So this is interesting because the turbos are all the way in the back. Like they're, I guess, are they in front of the engine? Or technically is that in the back? They're all the way in the back.
They're all the way in the back, yes.
So these intakes are really loud. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so the intakes are generally all the way in the back with the turbo, and the prior owner, Ryan Malone, he did not like that. He wanted them to be moved, so they got together with Jason over at Heffner, and they moved them to the bay where the top comes down. So this soft top goes down into the engine bay. There's obviously a heat shield there, and they moved them into that bay, and I was amazed that they were able to do that without it interfering with the actual operation of the top. And so that's most of what you're hearing is the actual intake of that sound, the intake of the air.
This thing's incredible.
And it's addicting.
Yeah.
It's addicting to hear that.
So how much power does this make?
This is 1,040 horsepower.
Oh my God.
And that is 4 wheels spinning. That ain't 2-wheel drive.
That's crazy,
That is
man.
4-wheel drive sideways.
And these brakes, I mean, they seem to work, yeah. Do these brakes work when you're at higher speeds?
Yes, so the pros and cons of these brakes being the ceramic brakes is during high speeds, high heat, they're going to stop you. The cons are
The squealing, I mean.
that, and
yeah.
there is really no cure from that from what I understand. We late brake.
It comes with the territory, man.
It does. about fast Lamborghinis is the prior owner, Ryan. Great guy. He's been very helpful. After he sold it to me, we still talk, and he's fun to follow on Instagram.
Yeah.
He bought this car back after he had sold it the first time.
Oh, okay.
So he had owned this car, and then he bought a Performante, and it was too slow. So he bought this car back from that guy because the Performante wasn't quick enough. And he had told me, he's like, don't be surprised if I give you a call one day wanting to purchase the car back. So not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. This one's mine. You have to go build another car or something.
So you're gonna hold on to it for a while?
I think so, yeah. This is,
okay.
It's too much fun, and we really enjoy it. It is streetable.
Yeah, I mean, clearly. I mean,
it's a great ride. It's not hard on your back. We've driven to and from Daytona for Biketoberfest.
Nice.
No problems. Driven to and from Clearwater. No problems. I drove down to Miami and back for a business meeting. No problems. So it's very streetable, but when you get up and go, it's gone.
Drive this thing a lot, or you said you've put how many miles on it?
Yeah, I've put about 1,200 to maybe 1,300 miles on it already. I think I've only had it for a month.
There we go.
So this is it, and even in the color I always wanted, I didn't think I would be able to afford Verde Ethica because it is a more expensive color.
Yeah, for sure.
There's very few made in this color.
It's a great color, man.
They come in a premium.
Yeah.
And I just was very fortunate to be at the right place at the right time, and things unwound at the right moment, and things worked out. And very grateful to Ryan for selling me the vehicle, and it's in good hands.
I'm happy you got it, man, because you drive it. That's good.
Definitely drive it. It's not going to sit in the garage.
This is one of those days, like I woke up this morning, just going to a car show, and somehow I'm in this thing. I don't, this is.
It's just, it's hard not to smile when you hear that.
Yeah.
It's just hard not to go.
And it's great too, because usually all the turbo cars I drive, they're front engine cars, so you hear all the sound coming from way up there, but this is like, it's right behind you.
It's right behind you.
I don't think the camera is going to do this any justice. It is incredibly loud when you get on it. It is so good. It is so good. Oh my God.
I was always one of those people that was against, believe it or not, I was against any kind of engine modifications because I was terrified of what these people were doing to them, racing them,
right.
Blowing out engines, blowing out transmissions. Who knows what these people were doing? Ryan, you know what you were doing. You know what you were doing. So the more I did research, the more I realized that these professional companies know how to build these cars. They know how to do the mods without doing damage.
Right.
Heffner, Underground Racing, of course, probably the two biggest guys in twin turbos. And then when this came up, I didn't even know that it was a twin turbo. All I saw was Verde Ithaca, and it was in the price range that I could afford. When I found out it was the twin turbo, I didn't have a choice. I had to buy it. I literally didn't have a choice. So I flew up to Missouri, met with Parker from RP Exotics. Thank you, sir. You were fantastic. Shout out to you. Please follow Parker on Instagram. Amazing to work with. He does a lot with consignments. In fact, that's all he does. I shouldn't say that's all he does, but that's their specialty, is consignments.
You're going to keep it for a while.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Speaking of keeping it for a while, has it been reliable? And well, you've only owned it for like a month, but how has it been so far?
Yeah, there's little quirks with every used car. So The seat didn't go all the way back at one point. There was a piece of metal stuck into it.
Okay.
The glove box had opened up on its own. There's little tiny things,
Right.
but I don't knock on any of those things.
What about like engine-wise though? Is it like because of the turbo system? You know, it's got to be. People think when you do these custom builds on these expensive cars that it's going to be very pricey. You know, is it hard to maintain? What is it like?
So I asked those same questions before I purchased it because I didn't want to purchase it and then only to find out that it was going to be a ridiculous amount of maintenance. I did expect a higher amount of maintenance, which it is. Instead of changing the oil every, say, 2,000 or 3,000 miles, they say to change the oil every 1,000 to 1,500 miles because of specifically because of the turbos.
Right.
So
it goes over bumps pretty well.
it does, and it has a front lift. So
That's
speed
good.
bumps, we use that. Non-speed bumps, we just drive right over it.
This thing sounds so crazy, man. Oh my god. The downshifts are really fast.
Yeah, very fast.
Appreciate you letting me drive, man.
Sure, of course. Just don't tell my girlfriend. Shh.
Has she never driven this?
No, I don't allow anybody to drive it, honestly.
Dude, I really thank you.
Figure this is a fair trade. We get a fantastic video, get some great pictures, let you drive it, experience it, put you on track to owning your own,
Oh, dude.
inspire you.
Oh my god. It's so fast, man. Jesus.
I'm glad you got to enjoy it.
I know that these cars are not unattainable, you know.
They're not
and
unobtainable. This is my second one, and I'm not rich, but you work hard, you work smart.
for sure.
This too can be obtainable.
What do you want to talk about your business real quick, or
Yeah, where do I do that at?
you can just talk right here? Yeah.
Yeah, so I flip houses for a living, but I do that on a larger scale for larger investors, $1 million and up. So if you don't have $1 million to play with, then I can't help you.
You want to give your company name? Anybody
Yeah,
can reach
it's
out?
called Investment Property Connection. Mark Nejame is my main business partner. He's an attorney here in town. Great guy. Been one of my best friends for almost 20 years now. And without Mark's help, I wouldn't have gotten to where I'm at today. But yeah, if you need help with real estate, you would like to have a portfolio that makes you high return rates, being very secure. Properties are always going to be in your name. We don't put them into our name, and then we invest the money. The money's not being lent to us.
Right.
So if it was your company, you know, Max LLC, we buy the properties into your name. We buy them, fix them, flip them. The profits stay into your name, and then we get cut our portion for helping you get to where you want to be at. So
Okay.
that's basically what I do.
Cool.
So
I think I'm going to legitimately use you when I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Does he help you get one of these?
Yeah, I mean, this is a badass car.
All right.
You can follow Matt on Instagram too. It's Mr. Taxdeed.
Mr. Tax Deed, that's it. The only one.
It's a sick
I'm
name,
the
man.
guy.
This is amazing. And real quick before we go, dude,
Thanks, man.
thank you. I really appreciate
Anytime.
it. Final thoughts on Matt's 2011 Lamborghini Gallardo with the Heffner twin turbo package and meth injection. That car was so fast that I lost all my hair. In all seriousness, that car was amazing. It checked off all my boxes. It's fun. It's crazy fast. You still get all the attention and more that you get with a Lamborghini or any supercar. And the car just sounds fantastic. There's a twin turbo V10. I mean, come on. There's not much out there that can match that. Huge shout out to Matt for letting me drive his car. I really appreciate him for allowing me to get this experience. And I can definitely say I want a twin turbo in my life in the future, twin turbo V10. The car was amazing. The only downside to that car that I could possibly think of is the transmission. The single clutch is what makes the car fun because it's more engaging than a dual clutch. However, I think that single clutch, it might have some issues with the horsepower, or maybe it's just the way the single clutch operates. The car is phenomenal. Even with that single clutch, it is beyond fun to drive. And yeah, I had a blast. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. For more videos like this, be sure to subscribe down below and turn on that bell so you never miss a video. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. I always post behind the scenes of what I'm driving and what I'm building with my cars. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to keep living life at max speed. Peace.